It's the second game of the day here in the Nile Conference of Season 3 of the Basketball Africa League. The City Oilers of Uganda go in search of their first win, having lost their opener to Petro Luanda 89-71, while Egypt's own Ahly come into this off the back of a 92-74 scrap with Beirut in the opener. Stage has been set here at the Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall in Cairo. Now we need to meet and greet the players. I have to honour to be sat next to Asha Kumigisha for this encounter. Asha, how are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Robbie. Just incredible to be here for the River Nile Derby between these two teams from countries that share the River Nile here at the Nile Conference.
The City Oilers of Uganda, this is the starting five, Asha.
It is an unchanged starting five for Coach Mande Jiruni. James Justice Jr., who got 20 points in that first game, joined by Philando Jones, Titus Odeke, Jermaine Roback Jr. and Gold Barnaba.
Looking for their first victory tonight, of course, in their first ever BAL debutantes in this competition. Home court advantage for Ahly in their own backyard, of course, and this is the starting five.
It is Michael Thompson, Anunwa Omot, Amir Zahran, Mohamed Abdul Nasser, and Omar Orabi. Same starting five for Coach Augustin Julbe Bosque, who's definitely looking for that second straight victory here in the Nile Conference. It's been looking great for the Egyptian champions, and they want to continue that momentum going into this fixture tonight against the City Oilers.
Yes, South Sudan's Nouni Amot, absolutely outstanding in the opening clash and showing us what he's capable of doing. And James Justice Jr., of course, wonderful player for the City Oilers. There in his last game, 20 points. Look at the assist there. He was outstanding, Usher.
Yeah, he was outstanding. He's struggling there with a torn ligament in his right pinky finger, but is named in the starting five. The confidence is maintained from Coach Jiruni, and that is one player that is irreplaceable for the Ugandan champions, who'll be trying to maintain that tonight. And that man, Nouni Omot, helped South Sudan to qualify for the FIBA Basketball World Cup this summer for the very first time for the East African nation, but right here tonight playing for Ahly and trying to make his people back home very proud.
8 from 8 free throws, 21 points. He'll be very important in this team of Ahly once again. A big battle and a lot of noise here in this wonderful arena, southwestern Cairo. And Catherine Chang is our ref, her nickname Cat. And we got to meet her as well, haven't we, at the hotel. Wonderful officials that we have here tonight. And also within this whole Basketball Africa League. Here is Michael Thompson picking up the ball. Ahly playing in red, traveling call going against the American.
It is not the perfect stat that Ahly were hoping for, but Thompson just trying to get the communication through there with his teammates to say, let's recover from this, let's first play this defense.
And the loss of possession by Justice Jr. He tries to win it back. Zaran goes out. That's a beautiful layup. 2 points. First score goes for the home side.
The incredible stat there from Amir Zahran, who's been with Ahly since he was 8 years old. He's a product of the grassroots program at Ahly.
I'm not just leaving the ball behind as he tried to take that pass. How frantic is this defense here for Ahly, fighting and squabbling and harassing everybody. That is sensational. That pass from Justice Jr. into the hands of that man, Odeke, top notch.
It is a great combination there for Odeke just to make it 2 for 2 for the two teams.
Long range shot coming in, made safe by Odeke. And a very fast start to this encounter.
It is something we expected, Robbie.
Jones's slow-mo mid-range 2 doesn't fall, and another foiled attempt at the other end from Amr Zahran. Tried to make that pass possible for Omot earlier. Mid-range 2 just comes off the metal, made safe by Omot. There's the drive, he's so good at that, the acceleration. Applauded by his coach as well, who's very happy with him, Augusti Julbe. the Spanish 50-year-old. Barnaba, Jones, Odeke takes the pass, that's beautifully done. That is superb, the vision and the score from Roebuck Jr., putting points on the scoreboard and then matching Ahly so far, Russia.
Yeah, incredible there finish from Roebuck Jr. It was important for them in the qualification to the BAL and just continuing from where he stopped in Johannesburg.
Well, that was good battling there. We know how tall Orabi is, 218, of course, and with Odebe, they really need to match him and make sure that he doesn't get anywhere near it, as we saw that score there from Omot. Back in possession, three-point shoots. Three-point shooter coming from over on that far side, and they'll pick up possession once again, Ahly. Here's Thompson. Gets his support there from Abel Nasser. Thompson picks it up again, the American, 33 years of age. Long-range shot off the boards, but doesn't fall. A little bit of a nervy start here for Ahly. A bit frantic, just not showing too much signs of composure. But it might be because they're coming up against the Oilers, who really need to fight. Omot goes up and just makes sure that it's a safe two.
That looked very easy from Nuni Omot, just executing on that possession there for Al Ahly. He scored 4 of the 6 points for the Egyptian champions.
And Orabi just committing the foul there, with Odeke just going in for the drive, the big man just getting in his way. That will be one way that you want to try and draw the fouls to put Orabi into a bit of trouble. Q, can we come across to you and pick your brains? The bigs in this game will play a pivotal role, I think.
Yeah, very interesting that Titus Odeke got Orabi all the way out to the perimeter and quite correctly just utilized the speed mismatch to try and blow by him. If they can get him out of the paint, it's going to make for a very interesting and intriguing game, because he was such a big factor in that win, in the opening night win for Al Ahly. Orabi inside the paint.
Odeke unable to sink that second shot. Thompson picks it up. Al Ahly with a 2-point advantage here. Orabi. Nasser down to Zaran. He's got such fine acceleration, but a little bit too short on that occasion.
Yeah, it's great defense there from the City Oilers. They want to be consistent on that side of the court.
That's sensational, but it's not the right basket. The pass from Jones to Odeke, top quality, couldn't finish off the move.
They're quite showing that they have great teamwork there, passing the ball, and that's sort of the kind of game that Journey wants them to play.
Well, long-range shooting not happening at the moment. Picked up by Barnaba. There is Odeke, waits for his man to move into position. And there's Roebuck Jr. going in. That's a beautiful shot as well. And a fantastic score to nudge them up to 6 points each in the first 4 minutes 20. Omot drives through, tries to find his way through the thicket, and that's an offensive foul from Omot. I believe, or maybe I'm wrong. No.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, I'm right.
I think you were a referee in your former life.
Oh, come on, give me a break. I just walk around, you know, with a whistle. That's and then one day I just lost it, so I just threw it away, and I said, it's never going to be my, you know, future career.
Yeah, but Robbie, it's really good defense there from the City Oilers. It's a great, interesting matchup.
He's such a wily, dangerous player, isn't he, James Justice Jr.? On that occasion, not getting the points as Omot goes up for a big shot, and that comes off the metal, made safe by Roebuck Jr. Accelerates. Long-range shot coming in, and it's not good for the big man, Barnaba.
Yeah, I just see the idea was good, but the execution there from Barnaba, he knows that once he goes into the paint, he's coming up against Saif, who's replaced Torabi. Both players a big size, but if he can get in some of those shots from outside, it will be great for the City Oilers.
Yeah. Picking the ball up, Saif comes on, and he can't just turn and score. Almost lots of time, and he hits the big bucket. The hands go up, and the player from South Sudan very happy with that. It's a 9-6 lead.
It is 7 points for Nouni Omot, 7 of Al Ahly's 9. Such a key player for the Egyptian champions.
And the call going against Robert Jr. And that might mean that we're going for our first timeout. And we can see that the scoreline's very tight tussle at the moment. It's City Oilers very much fronting up against the hosts, Al Ahly, as we see that beautiful 3-point from Onot. It's 6 points for the Oilers, 9 for Al Ahly. We're going to take a break. Uganda's City Oilers, 6 points. Al Ahly have got 9. 5.5 minutes in, so much frantic activity taking place, but it is all about Nouni Omot at the moment. 7 of the 9 points scored for him. He's being very, very effective, just like he was in the opening win against Beira. James Justice Jr. looking to try and nudge the Ugandan team ahead. They scramble and battle for the ball. It looks like Thompson's got hold of it, does really, really well into the hands of Samir, and here they go, and well, a big charge coming through there from that man Zoran. Knocks down Philando Jones.
It's a big play there from Zahran. He's been asking the right questions of the City Oilers, and now he gets that trip to the charity line. And looking at the replay there earlier for the fight for the ball, and Al Ahly came clean with Zahran trying to go up to the basket and earning that trip, and there he is. He downs the first one.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, I thought. You know, he tried to get himself stationary, but the feet weren't cemented down, made it complicated. Q, I saw that you were listening in to the coaches. Did you pick up any interesting things?
Well, a lot of defensive adjustments going to be made on the side of Al Ahly. They're not very happy with the way that they're guarding the pick and roll, so you'll see a couple of adjustments being made there. And for the City Oilers, they really want to space the floor a lot better from Coach Mandy Jiruni.
Oh, that's just a swat down there coming from Samia. Well, the shot wasn't really going to go anywhere near the basket, but still, it's good defensive play. That wasn't a good pass by Onot. And Jones trying to find his way through. That's really strong driving style, that is, from Jones, and he does draw the foul.
Yeah, it's just the City Oilers just trying to read the floor and make sure that they can try to ask those questions and see if they can drive into the basket, but it's tight inside there. Access was denied earlier for Jones, but now he gets a chance to contribute to the score sheet from the free throw line.
Yeah, we could see that it was Barnaba who was trying to find float, just drop one over the top there, and he will make way on this occasion. And on comes James Okello, experienced player, and a player who's been with this Oilers team since basically the start. There's a couple of players who jumped on the bandwagon when Mandy Jiruni started to take control. Jimmy Anabu, another one.
Yeah, talking about James Okello, the current captain of the City Oilers. He wants to lead in a great way. Let's see if he can get going from defending Saif Safar on this possession.
Here's Samia trying to roll, trying to churn, and trying to sneak one in. He does really well up against that man, Okello. And they've extended their lead to 5 points now. Oilers need to get some points. Been a while. Odeke for a big three-pointer. Made safe by Saif. Great drive, great score, and it will count as well.
It is a big bucket there from Nuni Omot. It seems the instructions are very clear. He's the man with the hot hand. Give him the ball and let him do the work.
I don't think that he's just got hot hands. He's just basically, you know, he's just high-temperature basketball player, you know, with a quality understanding of what he's meant to be doing out here, and he's playing. I mean, he's as hot as a bed of coals.
He's quick on his feet, and he has the right body, you know, to just get into that contact in the paint in transition.
Yeah, well, we talked about his athleticism, hence the reason why he's had such a fine career, 29 years of age from South Sudan, of course, but playing not just in the Summer League, he was in the G League, of course, as well, and trained with the Brooklyn Nets, and he's, went to Concordia, Indian Hills as well, Baylor in 2015 for a scholarship. Headhunted on numerous occasions to go and play basketball, and it totally makes sense. So when he was scouted and picked up by Ahly, it made complete and utter sense as they go in search of a quick, fast break. Doesn't happen. Made safe by that man, Justice Jr. Mid-range two. He comes to life. That's a beautiful score with a beautiful two there to take them up to double figures.
That is a typical Justice Jr. performance. He's great in the field, and he's literally just showcased that on that possession.
Thompson around the outside, gets the ball out wide. There's the long-range shot. It's not a good one, but it's picked up by Omot, and he's in the right place at the right time. If that goes in, that's extraordinary. Shot clock down to 0, I think, so it's not going to count. Just a bit of a discussion taking place over on that far side.
Yeah, looking at that earlier play there from Justice Jr., dropping that two from the field as play resumes here with the City Oilers and the possession.
No basket. Oh, they do count the basket, and the signal from the referee a little bit confusing, because on the side here they're just making sure that the call from ref is clear. But as it currently stands, basketball count, and we will continue.
Okay, thanks, Q. 10 points to 18. Roebuck Jr. goes through the thicket. That's great work. Well, safe, making it safe. Justice Jr. with some basketball justice out there. Gets the ball back in his hands, the movement. And there he goes again. Look how quick he is. That is beautiful, sumptuous play there from Justice Jr.
That is precision there from Justice Jr. being able to go on the left. Yes, there was contact, but he got the bucket on the glass, and it's 2 points for the City Oilers.
Corey Webster of New Zealand comes onto the court, but out of play. They'll get possession back, and a good phase of play this is for the City Oilers. They'll feed off this, and this man here, he won't like it one bit.
Yeah, just speaking to him before the game, Coach Jube saying there's nothing they can take for granted. They know the City Oilers are a great team. Both teams debutants here, but obviously Al Ahly coming in as the Giants and the City Oilers as the underdogs. Webster,
unable to do anything with it. It doesn't go. Picked up and taken forward. Roebuck Jr. waits for a little bit of support. He's got Jimmy and Abu just out to the right-hand side. Jones is there. Justice Jr. Big long shot. Doesn't manage to drop. Jones tries to get hold of it. Looks like they get possession back as well. 45.9 seconds left in this first quarter, and I think it's a timeout that's been called. Logically, from Al Ahly, who won't be too pleased with that, because it could have been a 3-point game at one point there, Usher.
Yeah, incredible. But looking at the call for a timeout, you just need some time to take the wind out of the sails of your opponents, just to stop that momentum, but also really to get the team back into focus mode. And let's see if what Mande Juruni tells the City Oilers will count.
Yeah, the Ugandan team founded in 2011 and winning a trophy every single season since their creation. Quite extraordinary. And also made their debut in the Africa Champions Cup as well. 2016, they managed to finish 9th. It's a great story as well. We'll talk about it right through the Nile Conference, of course, Usher. You know a little bit about that. for some specific reason. I think you know a little bit about Entebbe and all of that area down there, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Talking about Entebbe, Jimmy Enabu, the son of Entebbe, his father, Captain David Enabu, one of the greatest pilots ever to fly in Uganda. Jimmy Enabu himself, now a pilot. He got his license last year, and the entire family is into the aviation industry. But for now, he'll be minding his basketball career and business as the City Oilers face Al Ahly on the court right now.
Yeah, it's all about air traffic control on the basketball court. Here we go, here we go. Justice Junior goes for that mid-range two. It's a sumptuous score. And the two fall, and it's 14-18 now.
It is 6 points for Justice Junior, just literally making his mark on the court. Al Ahly know that they need to stop him.
Here is that man, Omod, tries to go up over the top. And as you can see, that is a foul that's been committed.
And just looking at that replay, Justice Junior beating safe there on the defense with that jumper to keep the City Oilers within 4 points in this game. But going back to that play, it's 2 personal fouls for Philando Jones. He was caught out on that best line and able to use it to play defense. And Nuni Omot is on the free throw line.
You know, when I look at Justice Junior and his shooting ability, he is comfortable in the most awkward positions, being driven back, you know, falling back on his back feet, being driven. He's still capable of being so composed in the air and just letting flight the perfect shot. He really is an asset to this City Oilers team. He really is.
Yeah, when you have a player that is shooting from the field at 66.7%, and that was in the opening game against Petro de Luanda. He wants to continue with that momentum here against Al Ahly, but of course these are completely 2 different games.
Last play of the quarter, Jimmy Enabu getting the ball out, a chance to a big 3-pointer, but it's not going to happen. There was a foul after a little offensive maneuver there, and it's a Mott just down this right flank that basically got in the way, and he picks up his first foul.
Yeah, looking at Jimmy Enabu, typical of him to try and drive to that basket, dish on the other side of the best line, but they'll take the possession.
Corey Webster picked up the foul. Here we go, last play, 7 seconds left on the clock. It would be good if they can get some points. They'll be looking for some points and a chance to drop it in. Oh, I just couldn't get it. Very frustrating, that really was for Seganobe. And the 17-year-old would have loved to have scored that just going into the end of the first quarter. But let's just check that if the clock is absolutely spot on, so just wait a second. And I think that there's 0.4 of a second left on the clock. That's what we're looking at. So enough time to score? Yeah, of course. Come on. Come on, show us what you can do. Not on that occasion. It is City Oilers who trail Al Ahly, the hosts here in Cairo, 14 points to 20. With the City Oilers showing grit and very much in this encounter. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a few moments. We're back in Cairo. We're back here at the Hassan Mustafa Sports Hall. It's a big encounter with the City Oilers up against Al Ahly, and only a few seconds away from the start of the second quarter. And so much going on here tonight, isn't there, Rasha?
Yeah, so much is going on tonight. We just literally saw someone get proposed to. Look. And for a second there, we're like, okay.
You go say yes, go on, say yes.
Can you say yes?
Just say yes. Did she say yes?
Say yes.
She said yes.
Did she?
She is now. Yay! Bring it on.
Absolutely incredible. Wow. Congratulations to the couple.
A magical moment.
Yes,
Woo.
incredible moment, of course, from the couple there.
Cairo, the capital of weddings.
Yes, we've been seeing so many weddings here since we arrived,
There's
Robbie.
one every night in the hotel. It's fantastic. Love it. Honeymoons galore.
Honeymoons galore, but who will be in honeymoon today as the City Oilers face Al Ahly?
Corey Webster. Father was born in Hawaii, played in the US. Corey Webster playing for the Breakers. Oh, that's just rattled and come back out. The opportunity was there, but it didn't fall for Tarek Ahly. Here they go again, Webster. Webster with the drive. Nice pass to Thompson, gets rid of the defender. Another chance, shot clock down to 4-3. Got to get it in, and he gets it in! Oh, that is just beautiful. Abdel Nasser with the massive three-point bucket shot. Beautiful from downtown.
Sumptuous finish there. He was crucial to that steal earlier, and on the same possession, drowned that three-pointer timely for Al Ahly.
That's good work, really good work, and if they're trying to fight to scramble, that is nicely done. Excellent rebound work. And look at that from Roebuck Jr., just making sure that belonged to the Oilers.
Yeah, that belongs to the Oilers, and great combination there from Shegun Obe as well, who played a key role in that bucket.
Corey Webster, and the ball being picked up by James Justice Jr. Here he goes. Sneaky pass, beautiful pass out to Jimmy, and Abu gets rid of his man. Oh, there's Webster just breathing down his neck, made safe by Safe. And Khairi out wide, and a chance, he goes again. No, it's Gendy who cuts inside. Gendy with a mountain of experience coming into this Al Ahly team. And shot clock back up, and now into the last 8 seconds. Safe goes down, and that looks like it's going to be a foul against the Oilers.
Yes, it is a foul
James
on
Okello.
James Okello. He literally was behind Safe, so it is a foul.
Q, we didn't go over to you because we saw that you were contemplating. You had that pensive look on you, looking up into the sky, thinking about, you know, what was going on in the world. What have you got for us?
Well, if you have a look, I was about to say the three-point shooting has been poor by both teams. That's the second connection from long range for Al Ahly here in the second quarter, but that has been a primary point. A lot of the coaches talking about the offensive adjustments at the quarter break, and so far it's been Al Ahly who are doing a better job of just adapting and getting into their offense.
That is good. That's just top-notch, isn't it? The fact that Jermaine Roebuck Jr. just danced down the baseline to score that dunk, sensational. The boulevard just opened up.
Yeah, it was also the assist from Jimmy and Abu. Good eyes and great timing for that bounce to Roebuck Jr.
Good strength from Webster. There's another chance. He goes again, and he gets a second bite at the apple.
Yeah. Webster, the first player from Oceania to play in the BAL, just feeling comfortable here playing with Al Ahly, the Egyptian champions. And that just shows you the diversity that we have here in the Nile Conference, Robbie.
A frantic attempt to try and keep hold of possession, throwing it just off Roebuck Jr.'s legs. It goes back out, so they will have possession once again. Mohamed Tarek Ahly. Q, over to you, because I think that it's an interesting scenario, this one, isn't it? Because the adjustments being made, all of a sudden, just like we saw with Petro, Al Ahly just moved 10 points ahead.
It's so quick against really great teams. You've got to make sure that you stay locked in possession by possession. And right now, it's opening up for the home team.
Yeah, Webster putting himself in so many dangerous positions, getting the rebounds. On that occasion, he couldn't quite land his layup, but the fact that he gets into those positions means that he's also an asset that's capable of coming off the bench and providing us with something, you know, extra within this team. The bench is very important for Al Ahly.
Yeah, it is indeed important. And talking about the bench that is important, Jimmy Enabu gets his first points of the game, and he'll be proud of that basket that he just made. He was earlier on playing good defense, and now he's executing on the offensive side.
James Justice Jr. down into the corner, picked up by Jones. Jones gets rid of his man and then drops it in with a beautiful score. That is sensational, and it's a 2 points. He just crept into the arc, but still, 2 points is better than nothing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just a fake there, and then he drops it, which was really, really helpful for him to be in a good position.
Jimmy and Ebu doing really well with the steal, and Roebuck Jr. tries to go up, gets the ball out. Jones, chance for Justice Jr. once again. Jones is waiting for it. There's the pass. That's the score. Potentially, no, it isn't. Doesn't go down. Odeke looking to try and dunk that with Cairo out wide. This is frantic. There's so much kinetic potential energy on the court. It's outrageous. And another steal picked up by Jones. Oh, that's a wild pass to Justice Jr., but I think it took a little bit of a touch on the Cairo, so they will get possession back.
Looking at Jones just trying to squeeze the ball there to Justice Jr., and earlier on the fake from Philando Jones for that jumper from the best line.
Roebuck Jr. doing well, draws the foul from save Odeke. And that is Roebuck Jr. doing really, really well to make sure that that was definitely scored. Like, he wrestled the ball back first of all, and then brilliant, brilliant effort.
Yes, it's good eyes from him, good hands, just getting that bucket, and it could be a three-point play there from Roebuck Jr.
More importantly, it'll be a three-point game between these two. Odeke gets possession back. Shot clock back to 13, bide their time. There's no, it's just a traveling call, and that is so disappointing at a time when they could have really needed those points.
Titus Odeke joined the City Oilers this season from having played great basketball at the UCU Cannons, coached by Nick Natereza, one of the coaches in Uganda that are coaching young players coming through the system and just really playing their way through, and now seeing those products here at the BAL. It's a huge story for him.
Safe. Oh, a wild pass out wide, and it doesn't fall into the hands of that man El Gendi, and a timeout's been called logically because there's a few things that aren't functioning very well. And I think that we need to take a commercial break because Usher and I have got to discuss what's going on tactically, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Cairo. Welcome back to the Basketball Africa League. Let's take a look at Jeremy Roebuck Jr. 10 points, 5 from 9, field goals, 8 rebounds. A really impressive game, and he's kind of stealing a little bit of the thunder from James Justice Jr., who's also been important, but how about that for a first 15 minutes of play?
Well, Robbie, you know that numbers do not lie. Roebuck Jr. has been incredible for the City Oilers on both offense and defense, and they want him exactly there, trying to contribute to this game, and who knows, maybe they could get their first victory at the Nile Conference.
Just look at this. That is Orabi not even lifting his feet off the ground and making that block stop. You are not coming through the doors. Stay out of my territory, block buster.
Well, talking about Orabi, is a man mountain in that paint.
Oh, it's a big shot, and it's a big Nasser three-pointer to take them up to 31. Two big statements coming at both ends of the court for Ahly.
Incredible. It is his second three-pointer in this game. Nasser, he knows he's in the right rhythm to continue contributing from behind the arc, and they'll see if they can do that.
Getting the ball out, that is nicely done over the top. It's a moment of magic coming in from Al Nasser. Oh, the subtle dance, it was flawless, soaring high. But there was a foul that was committed, and hence the reason why it will not count. Now we can go and see Q.
Yeah, no basket on that one, and Coach really, Jube was really emphasizing physicality. He wants to see more from his players. He needs a lot more physicality. He wants them to be more involved in the defensive end, and the call to just step up the intensity.
And look what happens immediately. This is going down. Amin time. Second attempt, third attempt, Gendy picks it up, backtracks. Michael Thompson, acres of space, lots of time. Oh, Arabi's there, Arabi goes up, and that is going to be contact on the big Ahly giant, who will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, it is a block charge there, and for Philando Jones, that is definitely a mismatch when you look at the match between him and Arabi. Arabi, we've talked about how important he is for Al Ahly, his size in the paint as he heads to the line.
I commented on the fact that he hardly lifts his heels off the ground when he releases the ball, which basically just tells you that his he can literally, his eye line is the same as the rim of the basket nearly. Oh, sumptuous.
Absolutely. Well, Arabi knows that his performances here at the BAL will be very key in him representing Egypt at the FIBA Basketball World Cup this summer. The coaches are watching, and he'll have to be in top form with Al Ahly.
Banaba with a shot that he's nearly stolen that, Roebuck Jr., but in between two Al Ahly players, they're looking a lot stronger now. Well, tried to get his hands on that, Arabi. And there's another foul that's been committed.
It is a foul on Barnaba.
Yeah, look at Barnaba just getting in the way of Arabi, but that's what he's got to do. He's got to get in his face a little bit and just make it really complicated, because you give him the time and the space, he'll do the rest.
And talking about doing the rest, Omot is back on the court alongside just replacing Nasir. Nasir has been amazing for Al Ahly.
Oh, that was nearly smashed down by the big man, but it doesn't happen. It's a question of centimeters, but excellent attack and play. They get possession back. Thompson has the ball in his hand. Good work from Gendy as well. Here is Omot. Gendy ready to take it. Arabi's there. Banaba, Thompson, shot clock down to 4, comes back out. Amin's got to go for the shot. The shot comes in, it rolls off the metal. It's been made safe, but it's gone out, and it will be Al Ahly who get possession.
It is quite a lot of work that the City Oilers are doing on defense, but Al Ahly have their eyes on the ball as they continue to seek for that basket and the points on the board.
Gendy. Under a little bit of pressure here. Shot clock goes down. They've got to be careful. Gendy gets it. No, Thompson's there. Thompson wants to go himself. Banaba trucks it up. Doesn't go, but Arabi's there for the offensive rebound. Tries to come up, and he does it. He does it majestically. And then you can see that there's flexing the muscles in a big way at the Al Ahly players. And how frustrating is that? They got an 11-point lead now.
It is a big bucket there from Arabi. He needed that basket to get him back to confidence. It's 4 points for him on the board, and he's been doing so much work on the defensive side, and just seeing that, you know, expression on his face just shows you how much that means to him.
But when you see 4 players around the one player, Arabi, surely there's ways to deal with that. Q would know all about that because, well, he's quite a tall chap. Q, how do you defend that?
You don't defend it. It's very difficult. Just trying to sneak my way in here to try and get what exactly has happened, and the review has been triggered from the referees.
See, I think that is it something about the shot clock, because I think that it went down. It should have gone down to 0. Maybe this is speculative. Should have gone down to 0, and it was and the play was still going, but maybe the buzzer didn't go. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something else. I just thought I'd throw it out there, Russia.
You actually had to.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look. The official review is taking place here.
Yes, just looking at the replay there from earlier as Thompson tried to get a floater in and Arabi picked the rebound. There's 4 people around him, but he managed to do some magic, get that bucket. 4 points for him on the board, and he's bowling Omar Arabi.
Wood, you've got an open mic over there. Q, just come in whenever you want. We'll just carry on talking. There you can see Arabi. He's just, you know, he was being serenaded. Zamalek would have loved to have picked him up, but of course, he was finally picked up from Gezira. And he's got a brother who plays in the handball national team, the Egyptian handball national team. Big guys, big hands, lots of work. What's the scores on the doors, Q?
Well, after the review, they can't find any conclusive evidence to change anything, so no call. It's just going to be City Oilers basketball from the baseline.
Everything stands. Yes. Thank you. Jones. The Oilers looking for possession that will turn into points. Justice Junior, they've got to find ways. They're not finding ways. We've got 1:50 left on the clock, and the shot clock down to 7. That's a big long-range shot coming in from Justice. Gets the opportunity to get it back thanks to Banaba. The pass is not great. There's too much defensive cover at the back. Gendy here. Into the corner with Amin, long-range shot, made safe by Justice Junior. He goes and waits. Long-range shot for Justice Junior. It's a massive three, massive.
You talk about massive. 9 points for that man, Justice Junior. He dropped 20 against Petro de Luanda. He has 9 so far against Al Ahly in this second quarter, and he's really such an important player for the Ugandan champions. They know that they need to pass the ball to him to get the result.
That's a great score, that is, from Gendy as well. Just the way that he managed to slalom between defenders, unchallenged at the end as he rose up, using the boards to score the two. 27-37 the scores with 40 left in the first half. Jones with a big shot from downtown. Amin. Down into the corner. Omot goes for 3! Knocks it down, big style.
Incredible finish there from Nuni Omot from the best line. Clean, smooth, and just showing that he is continuing from where he started in that first quarter to give Al Ahly, you know, the momentum that they need to maintain that double-digit lead in this game.
7 seconds remaining in the first half, and Justice Junior goes around the outside, got to get his shot in, gets his shot in, and it just comes off the boards. Waited to the last moment, no buzzer beater, and look at that. It's high fives for the Egyptian Giants of Al Ahly as they congratulate each other for a fine final few minutes of the second quarter, led by that man Omot, who's got a big tally of 15. The halftime scores, City Oilers 27, Al Ahly 40. Yes, we're back here at the arena, 27-40, and well, a really interesting battle. Oilers need to get back into this now. Now's the time for them to really react as we start this, the third quarter. The player stat comparison here between James Justice Jr. and Mohamed Abel Nasser.
You can definitely see from those stats that this game is being decided from the backcourt. It's going to be very important for the City Oilers to stop players like Nasser, like Nuni Omot, who've been incredible and have really done a great job at giving the Egyptian champions this 13-point lead at the halftime break. But looking at the City Oilers, Robak Jr., Justice Jr., and some of the players coming off the bench, Jimmy Enabu and Bale Fayed, who are yet to make a great impact on the game. Let's see what Coach Mande Juruni decides going forward.
Yeah, it's, you know, these are the critical times in a basketball game. The start of the third quarter. We talk about it often. We know how critical it is when teams are just, when they've lost a little bit of the edge after a very psychological advantage going into the break at halftime. There's always something that's got to happen. You've got to have some means of a reaction. And I'm fascinated to see how Mande Juruni, the coach of City Oilers, reacts right here.
And yes, we talk about Al Ahly. There's a lot of football royalty here on court side coming to support the basketball team. But getting back to the game, City Oilers have been struggling with the bench players. Just 2 points from Jimmy Anabu of a player coming off the bench and not part of the starting 5. So let's see how they react. But so far it's the same starting 5 for the City Oilers.
I'm expecting a little bit more from James Justice Jr. If he can find a little bit more space and get his range, he's going to be deadly. Very dangerous player. Long-range three-pointer, that is the ideal way to start. And Ehab Amin is the man with the big long-range shooting style. In she goes.
He was very key to Ahly winning the championship, and he's literally continuing that great job here. He's been identified as the go-to man for the Egyptian champions. Ehab Amin.
Zaran picking up that foul. We will go to QQ. What's the lay of the land? What are the thoughts around these two teams, especially the City Oilers? What are they going to try and do?
Well, they had a very poor shooting performance from the outside in that first half, 1 of 10. It can't go much worse for them from the three-point line. They've either got to choose to live or die by the 3.
Oh, Rabi dunks the ball in a big, big way. The statement has been made, and the shifting tectonic plates are happening.
The fans loved that from Orabi. They want more of him. Let's see if he can continue to dazzle inside that paint.
He saw Titus Odeke trying to go for the rebound there, but he was running a little bit late. They've got to be there. They've got to be on time. An opportunity here. Whoa! And Michael Thompson just getting in the way and bringing down Roebuck Jr.
Well, you talked about plate tectonics. That's it right there. There's a lot of contact, especially in transition, as Ahly tried to make sure that the City Oilers don't score easily.
Well, this is it. That is the massive monster dunk. Look at that one-handed dunk. Get it in there, smash it down. You know, Q used to do that with his eyes closed and twist his body.
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, come on.
No comment.
You know what I'm talking about.
You won't be speaking to the media.
There you go. You can see it. You can find it on, on internet.
Before the time of social media.
He always uses that excuse. Here we go. That's a little turn. Thompson picks it up. Orabi's there. The block. He can block 2 players. And there's the mistake. And they will get possession. Just a little bit of pressure on Thompson. Made it a little bit complicated.
Yes, it's a great call there from Catherine Chang. Very experienced referee in the NBA G League with over 70 games officiating, and we welcome her to the BAL in her very first game at this stage.
Jones is down, a little bit of a body block there, and it's in a little bit of pain. Just look at that push. That's the push coming from Amir Zaran. He's already picked up a foul just a few moments ago. That's number 2 for him.
There's so much contact in this game. Nothing will come easy for the City Oilers. They have to battle for that ball on every possession.
Philando Jones gets the ball to Justice Jr., loses possession, and a wild pass down by Omot, and ekes out a little smile there, Ehab Amin, because if he'd have caught that, that would have been okay. He would have driven on. Justice Jr. He's got to get points back. Jones teases into the paint. He goes. His shot doesn't fall though, and it's made safe by Orabi. Thompson takes it up court. Back up into their favorite spot. Amin out wide. Lots of time. Zaran tries to find the bucket. Off the back of the ring, up and down. In she goes. It's a beautiful score, and they are 20 points ahead now.
It is 7 points for Amir Zaharan, product of Al Ahly, just getting comfortable here at the BAL in exactly fine fashion as he wished.
Titus Odeke missing the shot. The shot percentage is just dropping in a big way. They're in trouble here. And Amin just going around the outside. And Arabi fouled by Jones, who's a little bit frustrated there. You can just pick it up. And I think that's foul number 3 for Jones.
It is danger for City Oilers. Jones is still struggling with that knock that he got on his thigh.
It's just massive, isn't it? Arabi underneath the basket, takes the pass, rises up. Nothing will stop him. It's like awaken the Kraken.
It is a dunk fest for Omar Arabi, just showing his incredible size there in the paint. Once he has the highway, he's unstoppable.
An offensive foul, Barnaba this time. Just he's getting provoked a little bit and just pulled into the Amir Zaran lair, making it complicated for him to move. Let's have a look at this again. That dunk, absolutely massive, showing off the guns. Arabi, yes, you do punch a fine punch. 28-50, the 22-point lead, and Ahly storming ahead with Michael Thompson going up to the free throw line.
Well, when you have a player like that who's 2 meters, 17 centimeters, 125 kgs in the paint, he's almost unstoppable, Robbie.
He's like a human juggernaut, Usher.
Absolutely. You don't want to face him in that paint. Just try and stay away from the trouble.
But you know what? Big men can sometimes knock down the small ones as well. And if you get yourself into the right body position, you know, you make the bigs, force them to make the fouls.
Yeah, it would take someone who's very quick on their feet to do that.
Beautiful score, beautiful drive, beautiful layup there from Thompson.
Thompson has been a little bit quiet on the offensive side. That's 5 points for him, but he's been doing a lot of work on the leadership side, just controlling that ball in transition, as we see now.
Thompson tidying up, Omot out wide. Amin. Omot, under and up. And the ball knocks out of play. 28-53, it's a big lead, concerning lead for Mandi Jiruni.
You talk about Mandi Jiruni, and there's a change on the floor as BAL Fayed replaces Justice Jr. and Jones also goes off for Jinimi and Abu.
Got to find answers. They've got to find answers. Let's see what James Okello can do. Coming up against Arabi. The experience of that man. Okello, long-range shot. Oh, stolen out of his hands. That was brilliant, brilliant from Zaran. And a dance, and then a layup. Just coming off the metal. Jimmy and Abu unable to pick it up. And illegal use of the feet there for Okello. So Ahly back in possession.
There's so many hands in transition, and the City Oilers need to take care of the ball better than they have on that transitional play as Ahly gain possession.
Down into the corner, Amin goes again. He's wily. Omot. Back out, Amin, big three-pointer. Back off the metal, shot clock. 14 and counting. There he is, working his magic. It doesn't happen. Fall back. And it's been picked up and taken forward by Fayed Bala. New recruit in January, goes for a big three-point shot. And that doesn't find its way in the right place, 28-53. A little bit, not as crisp as it was. It's kind of like sort of, you know, it's as if there's a little bit of fatigue, you know, within on both sides, but a little bit of acceleration and the buzz will come back and the adrenaline will start to hit as Thompson picks up the ball.
Well, the City Oilers are struggling. They've scored just 1 point in this third quarter.
That's a great shot from Amin. He loves that. He really enjoyed it. Big statement from Amin. Gets himself up to 6 points.
Yeah, beautiful finish. He's the man that can deliver, Ehab Amin.
BAL back out to Inabu, tries to go through the middle. Gets the pass back out, Roebuck Jr. But they lose. It's a timeout. Nothing's going the way that they want it to go for the City Oilers as we see Amin go up and shoot that massive bucket from downtown. And it's 28-56. We're going to take a small break. City Oilers of Uganda 28, Ahly of Egypt 56. Twice as many points as their opponents as we enter the last 4 minutes of the third quarter. Lots of basketball to be played, but the City Oilers need to dig in and come back. But they can't against a team that are on fire. That is absolutely sensational.
You talk about sensational, Robbie. Just 1 point in 7 minutes scored by the City Oilers. They're struggling. When you talk about the inconsistencies that they've had on the offensive side in this quarter.
And everybody rushing over to see if Nouni Amot is okay. Pulled back up onto his feet. And look at that three-pointer. That's just massive coming in. And everything is possible. Corey Webster, the player who's nudged himself up to an 8-point tally as Amot goes to the free throw line, tries to just extend that tally. We get a chance to go and speak to Hugh. In your mind, what can they do? What can the Oilers do? How can they try and just diffuse what's happening out here?
I'll echo Coach Manny Taruni's sentiments, and what he said to his team was, just go back to the basics, go back to playing defense, and get back to your center. Stop getting in your head so much, is he's telling his team, and they've got to just find a little bit of rhythm on the offensive end.
And that three-pointer from BAL was absolutely top-notch. A majestic score there for the newcomer who signed in January for the Oilers and the future of Ugandan basketball. 31-61. They go down again. And I think that was Webster who just got in the way with that drive from Roebuck Jr.
Well, looking at the attitude of the City Oilers, they're still in it. They know they have to fight hard and just bridge that gap, because right now it is a 30-point game and it's not looking good for the Ugandan champions.
Roebuck Jr. goes to the line. Leading scorer so far, Justice Jr. on 9, Roebuck Jr. on 11. His first of 2 missed. And made safe for the back by Webster. Michael Thompson. Amot moves into position. Webster takes the pass. Safe is on court as well. Webster back out to Amot. Tries to get rid of BAL. Webster pressured to try and do something here. BAL is there, and they lose possession. That's a good bit of defensive play, that is. Ball picks up at an opportunity. Surely this is going to be 2. Well, they get another chance, but there's a swatting foul that is going against Zahran, and they will go to the free throw line.
It was 3 against 1 there. Disappointing from the City Oilers as they failed to get those points easily on the basket, but great defense from Amir Zahran. Yes, he's picked up the foul, but he denied them that easy basket, and he'll be proud.
But he's also on 4 fouls, so he has to be a little bit careful. And he may make way, which I think is the case. Gendy coming on to replace him. Lots of changes, in fact. What does that mean? What does that mean to the Ahly team? What does that mean to the City Oilers when you see Michael Thompson going off, Gendy coming on? I mean, not much really, does it?
The Egyptian champions have so much talent on the bench. They can rotate that squad as much as they want, especially now that they have this 29-point lead towards the end of the third quarter.
You take off Arabi, but you bring on Saif. I mean, yeah, no comment. It's just,
no comment.
Webster, big shot off the metal, made safe by Odeke. Odeke, defensive rebound. Bale goes there into the drive and into the paint. Good passing. This is much better. If it results in something, then they'll be very happy. Good fast movement. There's the shot that comes in. It's not made safe, and it's tidied up there by Marwan Sahan. Didn't see too much of Sahan in the opening encounter against Beira. Only got a few minutes on court. Gendi trying to wriggle around, make some space. Well, they get possession for that traveling call. Something positive for the City Oilers. Now they've got to turn possession into points.
Yeah, when you talk about Mande Juruni, he's the kind of coach that likes his players to pass that ball around, and they did that on the last possession.
Foul committed against Bale. He just came storming in when he realized that his shot was not going to fall. And foul committed, he'll go to the free throw line, which is a very positive scenario, but now they've got to get points. It's great to win possession. It's great to successfully defend your basket and make possession safe. But if you don't turn it into points, it means nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Fired Bale, he's grown in leaps and bounds. He was the 6th highest scorer at 2018 FIBA Under-18 Championship in Mali. Since then, he's been a part of the Silverbacks, the Uganda national basketball team. And you say he was the future of Ugandan basketball. He's the current face, if that should make sense, Robbie.
No, that makes perfect sense. The foul was against Saif. He's going again, but he's doing really well. That's nicely done if he can get the points. Again, it's a phase of play that's not any of that's like 3 attempts of trying to get points and one walk over to the charity line, and it's just not happening. Gendi doing great work, but it doesn't end with the basket, a bucket, a 3-pointer or anything like that. That's nicely done, great pass. In it goes! It's a big score coming from Roebuck Jr.
Roebuck Jr., good eyes on the basket, just straight on the highway there, getting that dunk and giving him some confidence going forward as they try to chase and reduce this deficit.
Sahan with a big shot coming in. Yeah, it was as if he was driving on the highway knowing that he was going to go to a ramp and then just fly.
And fly he did.
Inabu goes up, he draws another foul. This time it's Webster, I believe, who commits the foul, and we go straight to the free throw line. All of these phases of play could have ended in points. Cute, I mean, this is astonishing, right? You just want to, this could be like 18 points, even less than that, if they would have scored all of those points in all of those phases of play.
It's always what ifs, but the execution matters most. And so I think for the City Oilers, they have found a little bit of momentum. A dunk can often spark a team, and if they don't get any sort of fire in the engine after that massive dunk from Roebuck Jr., nothing will help them out today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, it's like the detonators have happened, right? Let's see what the reaction is. As we see OSD Julebe just watching on, always got a very straight face, focused face, very talented coach, of course. 2 wonderfully talented coaches here. 6 in total here at the Nile Conference, and they will bring specific skill sets. As Saif tries to pick, roll, round. Oh, that's good work defensively. These are little victories. James Okello just punching the air with a very big celebration, because they know that they're winning some of these little battles. Now they've got to turn things around, but every little battle can contribute to something on the bigger picture, right?
You know, talking about James Okello, he's the kind of player that is very consistent on defense and on offense, and you can see that in the way he's been playing in this game so far.
Another chance, and his second shot doesn't happen, and well, that's the end of the quarter. 36-61. They brought it down by a couple of points. They'll like that. Could have been a lot more, but you can't talk about the ifs. Q's right. It's 36 points for the City Oilers, 61 for Ahly. Time for a little break. 36-61 is the scoreline here in Cairo as we approach the final quarter of today's action, day 3. And, well, we've already had, this is our 5th game, in fact. And we are currently seeing Ahly produce some fine basketball, but the last 5 minutes of the 3rd quarter was all about what the City Oilers were actually doing. Let's take a look at the game summary.
Yeah, looking at the game summary and seeing how Al Ahly have managed to pull away 9 3-pointers from 28 attempts as compared to 2 for 17 for the City Oilers. But just generally speaking, the City Oilers have been very poor on the offensive side. They've managed to score just 36 points in 3 quarters. That's 3 less than what they scored against Petro de Luanda in their opening game at halftime. So can they overturn this? Robbie, we've seen stranger things happen in the game of basketball.
We definitely have. Robert Jr. has been absolutely sensational. That's a beautiful 2-pointer. Just to nudge them up to 38. That's where they want to be. They want to get early scores. Orabi's come back on. Got to be careful, of course. Michael Thompson's still off. And but Q is still over there as well, as we see Orabi pick the ball up. And Amin down into the corner. Chance for Sahan. Amin. His effort doesn't go. Sahan, and he can't sink it either. Q, you listening into the timeout? Who are you listening into?
I went again to the City Oilers bench and just wanted to have a look at body language and ascertain how they feel coming into this 4th quarter. Signs of good leadership from the bench, from their bench leader Jones, who had a chat with the team alongside Coach Mandy Girouni when they were looking at the stats, and they are going to try and finish up this game in style, and then you'll see them fighting all the way for the next 10 minutes.
Philando Jones not on the court at the moment, as you can see. We still got Bale. We still got Bale. We still got that fine player, Robert Jr. And Jimmy and Nabu Odeke's there. Let's see what they can produce. Let's see how they can deal with this. Now on Sahan. Long-range shot from Bale gets his contact from him in, and that might be his first foul committed. Just a little bit of contact, the follow-through, that's all it takes. Straight to the free throw line for Fayed Bale.
Fayed Bale, a former MVP of the Division 1 before he joined top flight basketball in Uganda. He was MVP for the FUBA NBA Junior League in 2015. He's been growing since then, playing for the UCU Cannons in Mukono before joining the City Oilers to continue the work he's been doing as one of the great point guards for the Silverbacks, the Uganda basketball team.
He's a very industrious player, isn't he? You can see that he whizzes around the court, looking and seizing opportunities all the time, and maturing as time goes on. Up to 39 to 40. As he tries to go and pinch the ball for Amen. Doesn't happen. Webster. Sahan drives into the paint. That's a sumptuous piece of play. That's a very, very good drive into the paint, straight to the free throw line.
You talked about Sarhan not having so much time in that first game. He's been given the opportunity today, and he's not wasting it. That's a beautiful drive to give him confidence, and now he could actually make it a 3-point play.
And a good score from the free throw line as Eamon goes off. Ahly comes on to replace him. Picked up by Robert Jr. Goes mid-range 2. Off the boards and tidied up by Arabi. Ahly taking the ball up. Sarhan. Gendi. Cairo out wide to Webster. Webster into the paint. It's just a little bit too far away for Arabi. He was caught flat-footed, and they get possession back. And Abdi Hakim Gedi is the player who's come on. 25-year-old Ugandan, studied in the USA. He's a silverback as well, isn't he, Usher?
Yes, and he had more minutes in the first game, but today he just sort of been brought on at the tail end of this game.
Odeke picking the ball up and out into the corner. An opportunity here. Robert Jr. goes for the point. It's a beautiful mid-range two as well. And they got to 42. They are going for it, and they are scoring points this time. It's looking a lot stronger, a lot rosier than it was at the end of the third.
Yeah, it's a big bucket there for Robert Jr.
A steal turnover. BAL. Oh, the idea of giving the ball to Robert Jr. Maybe should have gone himself. Maybe a little bit of hesitation. There were 3 against 1 as well.
A huge frustration there from Coach Juruni. You can see it on his face as Enabu heads to the bench, replaced by Jones.
Yeah, Jones coming back on. Long range shot. Made safe by Gedi. Holding 4 to the back. Robert Jr. back to Jones. Jones, 3-pointer, knocks it down. Sensational score. Big, colossal statement, 45-66.
It's a big 3 for the City Oilers, and just their 3rd in this game. They've been struggling there, and they're now 3 for 18 behind the arc.
They're worried about Jones. He just put his left hand. Let's just follow this play. Gedi going up. Oh, that's a good score there coming from that man, Marwan Sahan. Just holding the back of his left thigh. Let's see if it holds up. Jones going up and driving in. Picked up by Odeke. And a chance for Robert Jr. Massive dunk in front of all of the bigs. That's just incredible.
That's a big one that Robert back will be celebrating when he watches the highlights reel on Instagram.
Unbelievable. Arabi! Oh, he's hanging on that ring. He's got to be careful. 47-70.
That takes Arabi to double digits. 10 points for the big man, for the Egyptian center. And
oh, they're all falling now. Odeke's massive sky searcher drops in for 3.
That's back-to-back 3-pointers for the City Oilers as they try to cut down that lead. It's a 20-point game, and they can believe that maybe some magic can happen tonight.
They've got to fight for it. Shot clock down to 5 seconds. Goes up. Sahan off the metal, and it's been picked up. Jones. There's the pass coming back out. Is BAL. Oh, it's just not fallen. Picked up there by Gedi. Gedi gets the rebound. Beautifully done. 18 points and counting, potentially. Who knows? We don't know where we're going. I want to hear from Q. What's Q up to over there? He's like shaking around going, wow, there's a bit of a fizz in the air.
Enjoying the fight back, enjoying what we're seeing on the floor from the City Oilers and Ahly. They are giving us a spectacle here in the 4th quarter, and it's nice to see some execution on the offensive end from the Ugandan champions.
Absolutely, and the City Oilers get possession back. It was knocked out, so it will be in the hands. Jones still holding that left thigh as they get hold of possession. With 5 minutes to play, 52-70, and here we go again with Jones, and he comes up against Draman Kamara. First run out for the youngster. Jones going through. It's a big score for that man Jones, who nudges himself up to 9 points. Only got one player who's in double figures, Robert Jr. with 20. Khairi. Sahan. Got Gendi down in the corner. Here he is trying to muscle his way between the thicket. That's nicely done. Beautiful pass. Intelligent pass. Sahan puts 2 on the scoreboards.
The spotlight is on Sarhan. Great combination there from Gendi.
Roebuck Jr. for three. It's another three. The threes are raining here.
Wow, it's raining threes for the City Oilers. They're feeling that rhythm, very necessary at this point in the game.
Watch out for Gendy. Well, look at that. That's nicely done. Well, look at that for a block. Perfectly done. The ball goes up. Where's it going to go? Roebuck Jr. for two. He gets his basket as well. This is quite extraordinary. 59-72. It's a 13-point game. The Oilers have clambered back somehow. There's no somehow. It's emphatic.
It is a great comeback there from the City Oilers. They have the rhythm right now and they're enjoying it.
Camera unable to drop the three in. Interesting to see. No movement on the bench for Julby. Here is Jones. Jones accelerates. Jones goes in, draws the foul. And he's gone down quite hard, but he's going to pick himself up. Remember, he's holding his left leg. He seems to be okay. He'll go to the free throw line. That's a massive play.
Wow. Looking at the replay there, John's just having his eye on the glass, being able to put that ball there, getting those 2 points, and now we have an 11-point game.
And we got a small break that we're going to take to get a breather. We'll be back. 3:21 left, and 11 points separating these two. Well, what a drama-laced finale to this second encounter here on day 3 of the Nile Conference here in Cairo. Jones goes up to the free throw line. He just put 2 points in. Now he goes up. We've got a 13 and 11-point difference. And he's got the chance to potentially bring it down to 10. And then what? And then what?
He's been 100% on the free throw line, 2 for 2. And he nails it.
It's a 10-point game. Q, what do you make of this lovely game that's taking place here?
It's fantastic to see the fight back. It's not easy to come back from 30 points down the way that the City Oilers have, and they really have done it in an emphatic fashion on the defensive end. On the other side, Coach Joby really emphasizing the ability of Ahly to get a couple of stops. He wants emphasis on defense, and he's put all the onus on the players on the floor. He's not going to change the 5 on the floor right now.
BAL can't just sneak the ball into the hands of Getty. There was contact, and BAL will go off, and on will come Titus Odeke. Bring on the big. Yeah, Justice Jr. is back on as well.
Yeah, that change means that Justice Jr. is going to be able to take care of that ball alongside Jones.
Or it's a mid-range 2. Picked up, made safe. Oh, Getty just can't keep hold of it. Camera does well. And here is the youngster with a bit of possession. Nasser. Slick passing. Nasser goes for the drive inside. Outside it goes again. Off the metal and made safe by Roebuck Jr. He's been outstanding. For a little bit of a slip and a battle and a hustle. Ends with possession going into the hands of Mr. Jones, who will try and find a way forward to get more points, to just reel in that lead, the 10-point lead. Roebuck Jr. There's a mid-range 2. It's a beautiful score as well. I think it's 2, but it might be 3. Let's say it's 3. Wow. 7 points. Gendy, nervous moments with 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes. Here's Camera into the paint. And Getty doing really well. He comes up. That is not fallen. They've made it safe as well. Picked up by Justice Jr. They go again. And that's a foul there from Gendy. Straight to the... No, we're going straight to the free throw line. They'll just get possession here.
It is just end-to-end action, Robbie.
No, but this is what we love. This is the BAL. This is scintillating. This is jaw-dropping stuff. I love it.
It was a great comeback from the City Oilers. And now they're starting to believe that they could actually get a positive result from this game. But there's a lot of basketball to be played in the remaining 1 minute and a half.
Oh, 3 from Jones! 68-72 here backyard.
15 points for Jones. He's been massive on both sides of the court, on defense, on offense. And now we have a 4-point game.
And the fans starting to get behind Ahly. They have to, they need to. Long-range three-pointer off the metal, made safe. Safe as houses. Jones has it. 4 points, 1 minute 8. Time running out, but it's an open game now. Jones, Robert Jr. has been on fire. Remember, he's picked up 28 points. Jones for three. Jones for three, it doesn't go. It's been made safe. Thompson's come back on as well. And into the last minute we go. 4 points.
And now Ahly know that they can run that clock down. They have a 4-point lead.
Goes out wide into the paint. Arabi's back on. Arabi unable to sink it. It's been made safe by the Oilers. Got to be smart. Well, that was wild. Justice Jr. being hunted down, goes into the thicket. He gets knocked over. And that will be free throw shots for James Justice Jr.
It is an incredible fight from the City Oilers. They're taking that ball to Ahly, and looking at the replay,
it's Arabi.
It is a foul on Arabi as Justice Jr. heads to the free throw line. 26.8 seconds to play in this game.
This comeback, whatever happens, this comeback is incredible. Justice Jr. Bit of pressure, hostile environment. The first one goes down. It's a 3-point game here in Cairo.
It is his first free throw in this game. He drops it in and pressure.
This will fall and then there'll be a timeout called, I'm pretty sure. The second goes in as well. No timeout. Play. I love it. This is going to the wire. This is going to the wire.
This is exactly the atmosphere that we expect at the BAL.
And about 2.5 second difference on the shot clock. Thompson to Omot. Omot picks the ball up. He's under pressure. They've stolen it. They pinched it. They get it. Jones has it in his hands. And a foul? No. Let's see what this is for.
As the referees try to figure out what happened, Catherine Chang speaking to Kingsley Ojeburu and Fikadu. Looks like it's a clock issue, and as they try to figure it out, it's a timeout for both teams. And just looking at the replay there, Jones playing good defense on Nuni Omot, and Robert Back Jr. being able to steal that ball. Let's see if it was considered a foul.
Q, have you got some information for us?
Well, I think the call is that the shot clock didn't reset once the ball changed hands.
Yes, exactly that.
They're going to have a discussion around how much time was actually on the clock when that happened, and I think that's the official review. It's going to be interesting to see how they interpret this.
Yeah, because when the ball was stolen by Robert Jr., the referees did not make any call. It was made after the ball crossed the line and was at the 3-point line. But we wait for Catherine Chang and Kingsley Ojeburu to review that. And that's the beauty about technology here, Robbie, to have, you know, the TV and for the referees to just look at it, because it's a close game. It's the last seconds of the game, and
well, after that review, Robbie, they're going to put 2.6 seconds back on the game clock, and it's going to be City Oilers basketball.
This is the fact that they have possession and there's still enough time to score basically makes this it's a chance, right? It's a chance. It's absolute. It's pulsating stuff. Love it. So exciting. Timeout's been called, of course.
This is a big moment in this game with 2.6 seconds to play. It's City Oilers' possession. It's a 2-point game. I mean, a lot could happen here. What sort of play will they go for?
Listen, this will go down as the BAL's biggest comeback since the inception of this competition 3 years ago. The Ahly football players, of course, who are watching here, yeah, they must be looking and going, yeah, this is the kind of excitement we like, but we prefer if we actually walk away with a win, which makes sense because, you know, the Ahly. But the fact is that the excitement is just, I mean, it's incredible. This is a comeback of the highest order.
Well, you talk about excitement, Robbie, but there's a lot of tension on the players' faces and the fans' faces.
Q.
33 points. That's how much of a lead Ahly had in this one. And City Oilers have fought all the way back, and they have a chance to win it on the final possession.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. This is it. This is what it's all about. This is, I think we can definitely call this, I don't know how to say it in Arabic. My Arabic is not too good. I speak a little shwia, but it's money time.
It is money time indeed. The City Oilers have their work cut out.
Jones gets the ball out, going to go for the shot, it's too late! Oh, that was just too late! The pass goes out wide, and they don't get the shot in on time. It doesn't fall anyway. The fact is that City Oilers have provided us with one of the most incredible comebacks in the history of the BAL, but they didn't manage to clinch the victory. Clambering back nearly from 31 points to draw level. It's Ahly who take the victory to make it 2 from 2. You tip your hat to everybody involved in the City Oilers, but that team have provided us with something quite unique, Usher.
I talked about stranger things happening in the game of basketball, and here we are from 33 points down to coming this close. 2 points for the City Oilers. Their fans across Kampala will be very pleased with that comeback, but they'll think that they could have had a chance to beat Al Ahly at home. And when you look at the faces of the Al Ahly players, they're not necessarily celebrating the victory. They know that this could have slipped away. They know that this was very close, and they have to be careful going forward in the tournament.
Well, that was quite extraordinary. You know, in terms of excitement, we saw everything there. And as I said, you've got to give credit really to the Oilers, the setup, because what they managed to do in that final quarter was something extraordinary. They'll feed off that, but they need to not go that far behind in the first place. We're going to catch up. We're going to get an interview with Omar Orabi, who finished off with double figures, 10 points, 7 behind Omar, the top scorer for Ahly. And let's get his reaction.
Thank you very much, Omar. Congratulations on your performance, but it must have been some nervy moments, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got the win in the end, but our defense slipped a little bit in the fourth quarter. That's why they came back, and that's something we have to work on. We can't blow a lead like that.
Where do you think you blew that lead, or what exactly went wrong in order for you to have that?
It was on our defense. Our defense slipped a little bit. That's what made them come back. We got to tighten it up. When we have big leads, we can't blow them like that, because not every time we're going to be able to come out with the win. So I'm happy we got it today, but we got to work on keeping like when we have a big lead.
You have a couple of days off. You think that's going to be the primary focus, and that'll be some of the things that you hone in on? Yeah,
of course. Our primary focus is always defense. Offense comes and goes, but we have to lock down more on defense in order to close out games better.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for that reaction there, Omar Arabi. Well, you've got to close things out. Yeah, you've got to close things out. There's so much at stake, and to have seen your team, you know, get reeled in just like that to the point where they were on the cusp of losing. That's a very nervy moment. But Omar Arabi obviously understanding, you know, that they managed to do it, but there's work to be done. Let's have a look at the final game stats here. I don't want to look at the scoreline because, you know, I feel for, you know, your nation, of course, the City Oilers, Usher, because that was some incredible comeback.
Yes, talking about the City Oilers, they were struggling for threes, and they finally got 5 of them in that last quarter. enabled them to bring down that deficit. They came within range of winning this game, but they'll be very proud of that performance. But they have so much work to do. They just managed to score 11 of 21 on the free throw line. That could have been a huge difference for them in winning this game. But they'll be proud of the character that they showed. They'll be proud that now they're done playing Petro de Luanda and Al Ahly, the big giants in the Nile Conference, and they can focus on the next 3 games, which if they get 2 or even 3, they'll stand a chance to qualify for the playoffs in Kigali.
We got 2 double-doubles. Philando Jones, 15 points, and Roebuck Jr. with 11 rebounds and 28 points. And then, of course, we got Omar Arabi with 10 points, 10 rebounds. And then the 17 from Omot, who played his part in the first half. Roebuck Jr., absolutely incredible. 12 out of 18 field goals, and then the 2 assists, but the 28 points. Jones in the final quarter, hitting them in a big way. Barley coming in and playing an important role. And James Justice Jr. maybe wanted to play a little bit better, you know, at the first half, but still, I think that there's a lot to look at for the City Oilers as they approach Game 3, knowing what they produced out there tonight.
Yeah, talking about you know, the table standings. Petro de Luanda, of course, at the top, tied now with Al Ahly. The Cape Town Tigers come in number 3, Slack from Guinea, and the City Oilers in 5th, just right above Ferroviario de Beira. It's going to be very tight. Every game is important and crucial in the Nile Conference in order to get that slot to the playoffs.
I think that the Sphinxes will be purring, they'll be meowing, they'll be very, very happy with what happened here today. You know, they'll be dancing around the Nile because that victory was important. 2 from 2. Tomorrow, Slack up against Beira, 5 p.m. Petro de Luanda, Cape Town Tigers. 2 massive encounters. Slack and Beira looking for their first win. Petro de Luanda, Cape Town. Well, Petro looking for their 3rd. Cape Town looking for their 2nd in their 2nd game. So much to look forward to. We hope you've enjoyed it. Usher, Q, and the team, thank you very much. Oh, my word. Yalla, yalla, yalla. Let's go, let's go, let's go. See you for some more BAL action tomorrow.